What's up, everybody? It's Ronnie West from iMagnet. I am here with Curt Disser, the Director of Ops for LongVu Wholesale. And we are here at the FutureVu corporate headquarters opening in Marietta, Georgia. And so I've been asking everybody, what are your thoughts on this facility? To me, this is it's pretty amazing, and I'm just curious to know, what were your first impressions?
I don't know if you ever saw our previous locations. We actually had two. We had a headquarters in East Cobb, probably about 8 or 10 miles from here, that Window Film Depot originally started in, and then it became FutureVu Brands. Outgrew that in the last couple of years. So we had a warehouse closer to here where I worked primarily, and we were outgrowing that. We had 5 storage units at the public storage that we were keeping window film in, and constantly driving back and forth. And I knew when I started with the company 3 years ago, Jeff said, we're growing, we're looking for a facility that will incorporate everybody under one roof. And probably a year and a half ago, he found this building, and we all fell in love with it. He was like, here's the listing for it, check it out, give me your opinion. It was beautiful. The office space and the warehouse space were plenty big enough for where we were then, and it has room to grow. The warehouse was a little, it needed work. So the previous tenants, they had a warehouse that they worked out of down the road. So they didn't really use the warehouse here. So we had to come in and spend a fair amount of money and time to get the warehouse where we needed it. But that gave us the advantage of making it what we needed. We didn't have to fit into what was here. We were able to make it customized to our needs. That allowed us, since the previous tenant, they had an agreement with Jeff that they were allowed to stay here a year after Jeff buying the building, but they stayed in the office side. So about 6 months into that year, we were done with the remodeling in the warehouse. So we moved in the warehouse and worked out of the warehouse side while the previous tenant worked out of the office space side. And then in July, everybody else from the HQ in East Cobb moved over here, and we're all under one roof. And then since then, we've been getting things how we need it, the different entities under FutureVu Brands, offices set up, people in place, that kind of thing. So this building gives us room in the warehouse that we needed. In the office space, we have room to grow, we have room for guests, we have room for events like this. We can bring in vendors, we can bring in training, people to do training. It's a big investment. I know, it wasn't cheap, but it's one of those things that you got to spend it to make it. And Jeff has the foresight to say, okay, we're going to bite the bullet and buy this big building. It's going to give us a new presence. Everybody under one roof. We can walk from office to office and talk to somebody about a project or a question or a problem, and it's pretty great. Yeah.
That's honestly, that's probably the best backstory I've gotten about the whole history of being here. And it, as you mentioned, the training, that was kind of one of the questions I was curious to know. With the setup back there, are you guys able to do all the different trainings for all the films here? Just because I saw all the different setups and stuff that were there.
And that's still a work in progress. We, in part of the warehouse, we made a classroom for the CoolVu franchisees training. That's 4 days worth of CoolVu franchise training that incorporates everything from running their business to window film installation, and then a day of Defense Light training on sales, measuring sales, and everything the Defense Light side holds. And then Mark Manier, along with Daniel and myself and a couple other people, created areas for the franchisees to learn how to install window film. Some unique racking that you probably saw that's on wheels, that's got different size windows, different shape windows. There's some storefront set up so that the Defense Light installation training can take place. So it's as far as I know, it's I don't know of any other company that has this kind of training capability as far as the new people coming in and learning how to install window film or defense light or that kind of thing.
Now, me being a former warehouse employee, I used to be in one that was very similar. It brought back a lot of memories, and the space. And the one thing that obviously caught my eye was that training area, because that was one thing at my previous job. Like, there was not the extent of what you guys had back there for the different types of applications on different buildings. So I guess too, you said you started with them 3 years ago.
Yes.
How long have you been in the window film industry?
3 years.
Okay. So I guess so within the last 3 years, and I'm sure you're still learning new things
Every
or
day.
discovering things. Was there something that kind of surprised you at the beginning that you weren't expecting to kind of like, oh, I didn't realize there was this?
Probably the vast amount of different type of window film that's out there. The different companies, some of them make the same items, some of them make totally unique items. And we have some of the high demand items that everybody wants, and then we have unique items like the transitional window film. And I think Jeff's done that on purpose because there's going to be those items that everybody out there wants. So we have those available, and then we have unique items. The transitional, like I said, the dark view film is a unique window film to us. And then the other companies like the Defense Light, there's only a handful of companies that come close, and Defense Light's by far a superior product.
Nice. And across the whole window film industry, obviously you've been dealing with different things. I would assume, and maybe this question might be more geared towards training for the franchisee. If there was something that you could do for the window film installer across the industry, maybe not just the CoolVu network, where you could snap your finger and fix one problem that they kind of all are dealing with, or not all, but that a lot or some.
That's a good question. I'm trying to think of something that I don't know, honestly.
That's okay. No, that's all right. To me,
Put me on the spot.
yeah, that's the whole point, is trying to get some different ideas and stuff flowing, just because to me I think you answered the question of that there were previous issues with training, and now you have the ability to kind of take care of some of those boxes that you might have been dealing with.
From what I've seen in just the 3 years, a lot of the new CoolVu franchisees, they've never been in the window film business before. So the training takes them so far. And then we have the area coaches, David and Nick, who you've met and know, I think. Usually when one of the new franchisees sells a job, they're there the first day to help them. If they have a complicated job like their switchable films or cloaking films, they're there. So it's not like the CoolVu train for those 4 or 5 days and then, hey, go at it. They have support throughout the process every step of the way.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
So I guess moving forward, obviously this was a big goal and accomplishment for the company. Do you, maybe for you personally, or what do you guys see as the next kind of big goal for yourself or for the company that you are excited about, or that you are looking forward to as far as whatever it might be? And obviously if there's...
I think just to continue to grow, to add more franchises in the CoolVu brand. The more we add, rising tide lifts all ships, that kind of thing. We build our family, we build it up. We're already in most states across the United States, but just to add to that CoolVu brand, and the whole company grows because of it.
And I'll finish with this, and it's probably mirrors the answer you just gave, but what does success look like to you kind of moving forward? Obviously, growth is a big part of everything.
Yeah, growth, becoming the go-to company. If somebody says, hey, I need window film, their answer is Window Film Depot and CoolVu. Window Film Depot is mainly commercial, and CoolVu do commercial and residential. But to be the brand name, to be the Kleenex. If you need a tissue, what Kleenex? Kleenex is synonymous with success and that kind of thing. To be the one, to be the go-to.
Well, that's great. No, I thank you for taking the time to come and talk to me. Curt Disser, Director of Ops for LongVu Wholesale.
Correct.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it.